This is legendary, and this is a viewer's request. Big shout out to one of our subscribers, James, who, suggested this video game. This is the Xbox 360 version. I thought I would try this version because it is supposed to be the worst out of the three. And when I say three, you could play this on PC, PS3, and obviously this, the Xbox 360. So let's put brightness up. I always do this in games so I can see. But with that said, I find a lot of Xbox 360 and PS3 generation games to be quite dark now, with hindsight. So yeah, I pump up the brightness a little bit. It's just what I do. So yeah, this is supposed to be a bad game. That was a very good suggestion because I had no idea that this video game existed. And I've read up a little bit on it before starting this. And it's developed by Spark Unlimited, who brought us one of the Medal of Honor games, Lost Planet 3, and I think one or two of the Call of Duty games on PS2, I want to say. Their development team or studio has been disbanded since making this game. And yeah, it's classed as a first-person shooter. I mean, I'm intrigued by this, I gotta say. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that this runs on Unreal Engine 3. Does that sound right to you guys? And... yeah. Let's just see how this unfolds. Now, one of the criticisms of this game is you can't skip these lengthy cutscenes. So we're stuck with them, guys. This might be a good opportunity whilst you watch this to tell you some review scores, actually. So, Edge Magazine. They only reviewed Xbox 360 version, did not review the PC or PS3 versions. They gave this a 4 out of 10, but Edge are hard on games anyway, so take that with a pinch of salt. Eurogamer, however, one of my favourite sources for game reviews over the years, gave this a 2 out of 10. A 2 out of 10, and that is the Xbox 360 version that they reviewed as well. And then it got a 2.5 out of 10 at IGN, but it did get a 7.5 out of 10 at official Xbox Magazine, and it did get a 6.5 out of 10 at Game Informer. So yeah, not all 2s, a couple of 6s and 7s. I think graphically it looks fine so far. It looks like an Xbox 360 game. But this one did pass me by. I'm going to try while this is ongoing here and try and see if I can find that it is running on, Unreal Engine 3. Sorry, guys. I'm skimming through this wiki article. I can't find it now. It doesn't matter. Right, let's play this. Now, I haven't attempted to play this yet. I am emulating this game. Ooh. Oh dear, sometimes, or some games don't work too well when you try and emulate 360 on a bit of software called Xenia, or Xenia Manager I'm using. Okay, it's settled. Some of these games will settle after a couple of minutes, and this seems to have settled. Although, with that said, why, in the reviews, in the critical reception section of the aforementioned wiki article, it did say that it was incredibly choppy and glitchy, loads of graphical stuff, like bad graphical stuff, that goes on with this game. So we won't know, or I won't really know, if it's emulation issues or if it's the actual game as we play. Because, what's going on here then? Generally, when it's emulation issues, the music, you'll hear the music like slow down as well and stuff, like it's struggling. It's not. Audio is absolutely fine. The cutscene was perfect. This might just be rough as all hell, guys, from a technical perspective. It looks fine, doesn't it? I think it does anyway. Okay. I mean, Unreal Engine 3, if we think about the year... when was this released? I can't check now. I don't want to pause the game. I'm going to hazard a guess, though, it was around the Xbox 360 days. There you go. Let's just say 2010-ish, 2009. Unreal Engine 3, yeah, we would have been using that around then. Maybe. Get out of the museum! It could have just flashed that up on the screen, couldn't it? And a little dialogue pop up. Like, why make us stop and press select just to check that? Okay. I think the music's pretty cool. It's a bit edgy. It's a bit edgelord. It's pretty cool. It's like a rubbish, I don't know, rendition of a Nine Inch Nails song from the era, maybe? Is that a stretch? I don't know. Yeah, frame rate's rough as all hell, guys. And it said that in the reviews, that the frame rate was choppy and not consistent, basically. And that's what I'm finding here. Right. Can I duck and go through there?
What is that beam? Get out of there, now!
I haven't really been paying attention to the story, because I never do on these videos. So I don't really know what's going on. Oh, I thought it was a zombie for a split second. Okay. Frame rate settled again now. I think that is definitely game... the game playing up, not the emulation. Who knows? This is a pretty good bit of emulation software these days. It usually performs quite well now. I mean, Xenia 1 or 2 years ago was pretty rough. But the guys are doing a fantastic job with it. Now, what I will say with this game, what is it influenced by? Why can't I go through there? What's going on? Like, that is a genuine question, not a rhetorical question. I have no answer. Right, hold X to bypass. Nothing's happening. How do I get through there? I want to say... Oh, come on, then. There we go. I want to say this is influenced by... Oh, it's got the Half-Life's about it, maybe. Is that a stretch? Maybe it's not influenced by anything. It's fine not to be influenced by something. I never played Lost Planet 3, so I can't comment on whether this is similar to that or vice versa. I never played any of the Lost Planet games, actually. That's an idea for a video. But yeah, turn in those... I'm going to go Half-Life again. Now I've just got to turn that, whatever it was called, wheelie thing, to turn off the water. That's quite Half-Life. Okay. Now, Half-Life 2 would have already been around by now. I don't think it's fair to compare it to Half-Life 2, because Half-Life 2 is my favourite game of all time. And this seems like it's more cinematic, although you do get cinematic sequences of sorts, cutscenes in Half-Life 2 as well, of course. Okay. What is happening here then? Is it a... That looks cool. With all the traffic there at a standstill. I like that. The apocalypse is here. It's the end of the world. It's the end of days. Nah, it's nothing like Half-Life 2. Come on, mate. This isn't Half-Life 2. This is something else. This is like a Will Smith movie. Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's that... kind of Nine Inch Nails-y. I'll think of a better band later. Oh, this is rough. The game can't handle this much going on at the same time. It's rough as all hell. What the hell is that thing? It's a, what are they called? Not a griffin. What is it? Yeah, this isn't really like... But it's sort of a mishmash of loads of different styles of games all thrown together, really. I got Crysis 2 in my head as well, but Crysis 2... That ran on... No, not Unreal Engine. That ran on the Crytek engine, didn't it? That was a great game. I think that was an underrated game. This is its own thing. It's all kicking off. Is it a bad game? Let's give it a chance. I don't know what those things are called. I'm not going to try and find out if it hurts me or not. Or it's going to, isn't it? Looks like it's an enemy. Come on, Mike. Pick up some data then. There we go. Message received. Again, these could just be dialogue pop-ups, couldn't they? I guess. Yeah, if I pause it, then I'll be able to go into a log of sorts and read through all the notes if I wanted to, if I could be bothered. There's something with this game. It feels very... It feels like it's trying too hard to be something. There you go. That's my review. It's trying too hard to be something. 10 out of 10. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't help that it's rough to play, like incredibly rough to play. Oh, good lord. The controls are nasty. Well, the controls are fine. It's your general controls. It's just the way the gameplay is executed here. I feel like everything happens half a second after the button press. Oh my days. Yeah, the game can't keep up with what it's trying to render here, look. Oh dear. Am I supposed to kill these? I don't think I am. It's definitely got the half-lives, guys. Let's go back there. Instead of my... Yeah. I've got an axe instead of Gordon Freeman's crowbar. It is a stretch, isn't it? I wouldn't say this is bad, though. Not yet, anyway. What the hell? Oh, it's got a taxi for a head, look, for a face. New York taxi for a face. That's quite clever. Oh. Right, what the hell? Just go for the marker. Come on, let's go. It's the end of the world. I'm not going to stand around and fight with this axe. It's a bit like Ghostbusters, actually. When, is it Ghostbusters 1? Halfway through the film, they let all the... Oh, it's a golem. I think golems are in Ghostbusters, aren't they? But yeah, halfway through the movie, they let all of the ghosties, the nasties, out of the... whatever that tank is called that in their basement. They keep all the... You know what I mean. And they are just going crazy around New York City, and the Ghostbusters have to save the... It reminds me of that. It's Ghostbusters meets Half-Life 2. There you go. That's my review. 10 out of 10. This is a cool request, James. It's a game I would not have got to play without your request, because, like I said earlier, why can't I highlight the axe now? Yeah, like I said earlier, I would not, or I hadn't heard of this game at all. And I'm glad that I didn't waste my money on this back in the day. Again, I don't think this is bad, but we will give it a chance anyway. I just think it's rough to play. It feels frustrating to play to me already. Here we go. Okay. I mean, Half-Life 2 wouldn't tell you that, I don't think, would it? It wouldn't give you prompts. You have to work everything out yourself, Half-Life 2. I loved the vagueness of that game, in a sense. Jump or sprint to leap further. Am I going to make that if I jump? There we go, just walk around. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to do it that way, but it worked. Right, here we go. Okay, this game so far, and I think it's going to be... Or rather, I don't think this will improve that much. I don't think it's bad, per se. I think it's beige. It's a beige game. Should we make a new playlist? Beige video games? I mean, essentially, beige means it's pretty bad, doesn't it? But it's just... meh. There is nothing I've enjoyed with this so far. Nothing at all. It is not jumping out to me in any way. It's not even like a competent shooter. I don't even know what it is. Oh, is it boss fight? I mean, when we do get to some gunplay, I'll I'll be able to form more of an opinion then, because it does, like I said earlier, it classes itself as a first-person shooter. And I like it. I'll give the developers some plaudits here. I like it when developers try to do something different with a first-person shooter. And they definitely are here, you know, it's not just like, here's a gun, run around New York, shoot at bad guys. Oh, speaking of shooting, I nearly shot you. Sorry, mate. Well, not sorry, because I didn't shoot you. And, yeah. Oh, the music. It's not 9 Inches. It's kind of like Pantera, but not as heavy. It's got that sort of bass line, I guess. I don't know. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it's all too... Yeah. What are these supposed to be? Oh, this is just silly. I don't know. So these are fire drakes. Oh, you get a fire drake boss in Dark Souls. One of the Dark Souls games. Dragons, basically, aren't they? Oh, the gun feels like a pea shooter. That was my fear. The gunplay so far is not satisfying whatsoever. And it's supposed to be a first-person shooter, and that is, to me, extremely important. I like to feel that my shots connect with the enemy, whether it be, oh, a mythical being or a human or whatever. I want to feel like there's some weight behind the shots, you know? This feels like a pea shooter. Yeah, this is crap. I quite like, so far, and I know we're only 15 or so minutes into the video, but I like the level design so far. I like the weaving in and out of these trains and the feeling of getting lost. Keeps you on your toes. I like that. I like that about it. I think that's cool. Okay. Oh, it's all kicking off. Right, turn the sprinklers on. And that gets rid of the fire drakes, I assume? Or does it just... Yeah. Does it just get rid of the flames on their backs? And then I still got to kill them. Let's see. Oh, I think it does kill them. Okay. The flames on their backs. Oh, some of the stuff I come out with just sounds absolutely ridiculous. This game is, I was going to say absolutely ridiculous. It's not. I wish it was. It's just beige. Beige sums this up perfectly. Okay. It doesn't do anything particularly well. And I'm only a few minutes into playing this. And I'm already, you know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say? I'm already bored. But we shall persist. Because it could get better. You gotta give it a chance. It could be one of those movies. I'm like half hour in. I'm like, oh, I'm going to turn this off. And then someone says to me, no, stick with this. And then by the end, you're like, oh my god, I'm so glad I stuck with it. Is it going to be one of those type deals? Or not respawning enemies. Or maybe they came through the ceiling or something. I don't know. Yeah, come on then. I'm so impatient. Okay. That's what happens when you open Pandora's box. Bad stuff. Right, here's another message. Can't be asked. Okay. Right, that doesn't work. Even the gunshot sounds like Half-Life 2. Sounds exactly the same. Hiya. Okay, trains. Say what you see, Mike. Say what you see, but let's just dart across here. Nah. These things make me laugh, don't know why. When they roll up into a little ball, it just looks silly. Oh, I hate the gunplay in this. It's crap. Don't call it a first-person shooter. call it a survival horror, where you know you've got limited ammo. Not that you've got limited ammo in this, because I've seen loads, but yeah, the game isn't solely focused on gunplay. It's on adventuring and figuring out puzzles, that kind of thing. But it's marketed itself, this game, as a first-person shooter, and the shooting is crap. Awful. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Good job I chose normal difficulty. I thought we might just see those trains once for the cutscene kind of thing, and that would be it. But I did wonder as well if they were a potential, or it was a potential death sentence standing on the tracks. Well, I found out the hard way. This is crap, this. Is it a 2 out of 10? I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, you've always got to take into consideration back in the day, there are a lot of good video games coming out around now on the 360 and PS3 and the PC. We were paying 40, 45, sometimes 50 quid for a lot of these games. This is not a 50 quid video game. This is like, even if I paid a tenner for it, I'd be complaining that it's boring as all hell. It's crap. Right, let's not get run over by the trains this time, or at least attempt to. The best thing about the game is the music so far. I think the music is pretty cool. Even though I said earlier, did I say it was getting on my nerves? I've changed my mind anyway. I quite like these guitar riffs that I can hear in the background. They just work for me. There you go. I like to find praise where I can. Oh god. Right, any trains? I might try cheese in this. When I say cheese, I mean run. There we go. Oh! This game's frustrating me. It's rough, guys. It's even rough to move, like getting into crouch, then getting out of your crouch. All of it's rough. It's the least responsive first-person shooter I think I've played in a very long time. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Let's use my thing. My power. Okay. There we go. It's also... I was going to say got the Dishonored's about it. I don't think it has at all. Not at all. Right, go, because there's a thing next to me. A fire drake. Oh, right, water. Or rather, turning that will be water. I've died. Everything is just like on top of you at all times. It's so frustrating. Imagine playing this in hard. Well, for me, it would be ridiculous. You guys would probably be fine. It's just horrible to play. Absolutely horrible. And now I can see why it did get the scores that it did receive. It's a nasty game. Look at how... I can't moan about frame rate. It's the Xbox 360. But I could... Yes. I can turn up look sensitivity. That is going to help me a little bit. Because it's so slow turning. I'm so used to 60 FPS now. Moving the camera is just rough. Oh, melee weapon is pressed down on the D-pad. I'm sure I've been pressing that. There we go. I'm sure I was pressing that earlier. Because I kept having to waste bullets to blow the grates off the little tunnels, the mini tunnels. Okay. Come on. Let me know if you played this game, guys, back in the day. I mean, Lost Planet, I remember... Actually, I was going to say that was bang average, wasn't it? Wasn't it quite good? One of them was supposed to be quite good. I definitely need to visit one of those games. Oh, here we go. Do this section. What feels like the 10th time, even though I think it's the 3rd time we're trying this. But we will get through, or I will push through. play a bit more of this just to see what happens. But yeah, I'm not enamored with it at all. I do like this. I like any game where you can go through vents. That's what I was looking for, not mini tunnels. Vents is the word. I love that. Any game that's got that in, Deus Ex, whatever, I'm all over it. Love it. I love hanging out in vents. It's what I do in my spare time in real life. Oh, come on. Don't want to waste my bullets. Don't want to waste my bullets. It's easier, actually, guys, to do this. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. No, I'm not. It's easier just to whack away. That sounded dodgy. But it is, with this axe, is what I mean. Because the shooting is so bad. It is so bad in this. Right. I mean, it's all very claustrophobic and whatever, but you can't... Jim never straightens up the supply closet. Okay. I can't complain about the design choice of it making you feel claustrophobic. That's actually a positive because it means the game or your experience with the game is as the developer intended. So in this case, to make me feel like I'm, yeah, stuck down here trying to find a way out and everything's kicking off. That's fine. But it doesn't help when I feel claustrophobic and at the same time I'm fighting against the controls. That isn't good. And I didn't get killed by the train, which is good. It's a plus. Okay. Oh, it's rough as all hell. I mean, you'll be able to see it, guys. The frame rate in this is rough as all hell. It's not the emulation. I'm convinced it's not. I've played so many games via emulation now that I know when it's emulation and I know when it's the game. Oh. Oh, what is this? Not another fire drain. Oh! What is that? It's a were-rat. Come on! I'm sure they're in Bloodborne as well, those enemies. I'm sure they are. Okay, it's a werewolf. What did I say? A werehound. Same thing. Please don't tell me From Software were influenced by this game for Bloodborne. Or Dark Souls 3. What did we get the werewolves in? Bloodborne, wasn't it? I don't know. How many times am I going to say I don't know? Yeah, let's turn that up a bit. I told you guys I struggled to see in these games. Ridiculous this is. There's no torch or flashlight from what I can gather. Am I going to get crushed by a roof here? We'll soon find out. I don't think so. There's like a metal railing above me, which should smash through. Oh, it's done that instead. There you go. Okay. All of this looks pretty cool. I gotta say, come out into huge streets here, big wide open space, carnage galore, but the game can't keep up with itself. If that makes any sense. Like, everything is so rough and clunky and just not enjoyable to play. Oh. Yeah, I think that's enough for me, guys. Remember when I called you a gun-loving nutjob? Well, I'm really, really sorry. I need your help now. Yeah, I think that's enough for me. It's a fantastic suggestion, James. Again, a game I didn't even know existed. I won't be playing. Oh. I won't be playing much more of this. It's poor. It's a bad game. Look out for more content coming to the channel, guys. I'll speak to you all soon.